It's the advent of Cyber 2023, and we are on a mission to save Christmas. McGreedy, you are going down. I have the THM Army with me. Let's go. Yeah. I'm a Papa Shell, but not what you think. Who am I root? Make it dead a leg sink. We are on a mission, we're here to save Christmas. McGreedy's going down, forget about the riches. Rumors gone around, McSkitty's got snitches. It's an insider threat, and everyone's suspicious. Recon McRed is hunting down a witness. He says he needs our help, so power on your system. Get your black hoodie, boot up the attack box. Hackers come together and take command of the SOC. It's the THM Army. McGreedy will get caught from the 0x1 all the way up to the gods. And it is time. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my live stream, or if you're watching this after the fact, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tyler Ramsby. We are on a mission to save Christmas, and hey, if you're new here, here is what we are doing. Every single night throughout the month of December leading up to Christmas, I am live on stream on 3 different platforms. So we are live right now on YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn, and we are working through TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber challenges. And as usual, I'm doing this on the spot, have not prepped ahead of time, have not looked at the room, so you're getting my honest and raw reaction and my silly mistakes. And my goal is that we can work through this and learn this together. Believe it or not, we have made it to day 20, have not taken any breaks. Every single night I have been on here grinding it out, working through the concepts. So if you made it this far, welcome. It truly has been a journey. We've learned a lot in the process, and do have kind of a special announcement to share with you. I will be live tonight, obviously, and tomorrow, and then I'm taking 2 days off. And the reason for that is days 22 and 23, I did the official walkthroughs on the TryHackMe platform. So for day 22 and day 23, you'll be able to watch those recordings on my YouTube channel when those days come along. Otherwise, if you go to tryhackme.com and you're following along with Advent of Cyber, you will see me up as the main video for those 2 days. So make sure you watch those official walkthroughs by me. So once again, I will be live tonight, right now. I will be live tomorrow night. Then I'm taking days 22 and 23 off because I already did it and recorded the content. And then I'll be live one final time for day 24. And we will finish up Advent of Cyber, and we will successfully save Christmas. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen, and let's see what our challenge is about today. So we're at day 20, Advent of Frostlings. Let's dive into the story. One of the main reasons the Best Festival company acquired Antarctic Crafts was their excellent automation for building, wrapping, and crafting. They're not as good at wrapping as I am, clearly based on my Papa Shell song, but we'll give it to them. Their new automation pipelines make it a much easier, faster, scalable, and effective process. However, someone has tampered with the source control system and something weird is happening. It's suspected that McGreedy has impersonated some accounts or teamed up with rogue Frostlings. Who knows what will happen if a malicious user gains access to the pipeline? In this task, we will explore the concept of poisoned pipeline execution, or PPE. Isn't that personal protective equipment as well, in a Gitlab CI/CD environment, and learn how to protect against it. You will be tasked with identifying and mitigating a potential PPE attack. A Gitlab instance for Antarctic Crafts CI/CD automation automates everything from sending signals and processing Best Festival Company services to building and updating software. However, someone has tampered with the configuration files, and the logs show unusual behavior. Some suspect that Frostlings have bypassed and gained access to our own build process. Oh no. So what are our learning objectives? So number 1, learn about poison pipeline execution. 2, understand how to secure CI/CD pipelines. 3, get an introduction to secure software development life cycles and DevSecOps. And finally, learn about best practices. So Gitlab and SDLC concepts, or secure software development lifecycle concepts, or software development. It's not secure without the double S, but Gitlab is a platform that enables collaboration and automation throughout the software development lifecycle, which is the framework structure that describes the stages that code goes through from design and development to deployment. Gitlab is built around Git, of course, a distributed version control system where code is managed. Here are the key components of Gitlab, a version control system. So this is where you can manage and track changes made in the code base. It makes it easier to collaborate with others and maintain the history and versioning of a project. CI/CD pipelines, continuous integration, continuous development. Automate the building, testing, deployment process. Pipelines ensure the code is consistently integrated, tested, and delivered to the specified environment, production or staging. And finally, security scanning. GitLab has a few scanning features like incorporating static application security testing, dynamic application security testing, container scanning, and dependency scanning. All these tools help identify and mitigate security threats in code and infrastructure. Yo, what up, Charles, over on YouTube? Thanks for being here, my friend. CI/CD. So we've mentioned this, blah, blah. I already said what it stands for, continuous integration and delivery. Maybe I said deployment. I don't remember what I said, actually. But continuous integration. This refers to integrating code changes from multiple contributors into a shared repository where code is stored in a VCS. You can think of it as a folder structure. In GitLab, CI allows developers and engineers to commit code frequently, triggering automations that lead to builds and tests. This is what CI is all about, ensuring that code changes and updates are continuously validated, which reduces the likelihood of vulns when introducing security scans and tests as part of the validation process. And then we have continuous deployment. This automates code deployment to different environments. During SDLC, or the software development lifecycle, code travels to environments like sandbox and staging, where the tests and validations are performed before they go into the production environment. The production environment is where the final version of an app or service lives, which is what we as users tend to see. CD pipelines ensure the code is securely deployed consistently as part of the DevSecOps. Integrating security checks before deployment to production is key. And I think this is true even for things like pen testing. Often when we are doing pen tests, what will happen is we'll have a client and it's before they deploy that app to production. They've gone through everything on their part of it, but then we pen test it. So we are bringing that security check into it before it goes out to all the other users. Terraflop said this is a nice challenge. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Hey, what up, Roger? Roger over on LinkedIn said, hey, Tyler, just in time. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else in the chat, but good to have you here, Roger. And we have Bottleneck and Ziriski. I'm probably saying your name wrong over on Twitch. And then quite a few people who haven't said anything in the chat, which is fine as well. Welcome, everyone. Okay, DevSecOps. We have mentioned that integrating security into that ensures consistency and threat reduction when integrated into the software development lifecycle. This is what DevSecOps aims to achieve. Everything we have seen so far is part of a cultural and technical approach that aims to improve collaboration, automation, and CI/CD. It's what we call developer operations, or DevOps for short. DevSecOps is born from DevOps and is an extension specializing in security for DevOps practices. So, personal protective equipment. Just kidding, pipeline poisoning and stuff. In today's AOC, we will learn about poisoned pipeline execution. This type of attack involves compromising a component or stage in the SDLC, which you can imagine why that would be a huge deal. For this attack to work, it takes advantage of the trust boundaries established within the supply chain, which is extremely common in CI/CD, where automation is everywhere. When an attacker has access to version control systems and can manipulate the build process by injecting malicious code into the pipeline, they don't need access to the build environment. This is where the poison pipeline comes into play. It's crucial to have effective, secure gates and guardrails to prevent malicious code from getting far if there is an account compromise. So what is our scenario? Well, this is the season of giving, but the Frostlings have invaded the Antarctic Craft's GitLab CI/CD pipeline. They have found a way to poison the pipeline, orchestrating the Advent calendar build process for this holiday season. Your mission as a DevSecOps engineer, should you choose to accept it, is to uncover and mitigate this attack to ensure the calendar doesn't suffer from any malicious alterations. Before moving forward, we need to do two things. Start up the attack box if you haven't and start the VM. I already have done those things. Here is my attack box, and I haven't connected the VM yet, but I'm sure it's fine. Then open your web browser, and we're going to go over to our GitLab server. So we'll go ahead and copy that for our GitLab server. Yours, of course, will be different. It'll be based on whatever your VM's IP is that you launched. Let's get this pulled up. There we go. Our username is DevSecOps. And our password is TryHackMe. I can't copy it. That's fine. All right. After logging in, if you see a warning that specifies adding an SSH key, you can ignore it as we'll be using the web editor. If you have used Git and Gitlab before and prefer to interact with the Gitlab programmatically, feel free to add your key. Upon login, you should see the AOC DevSecOps Advent Calendar, which is right here. We kind of look at it real quick if it would open. So we see 18 commits, we see one branch. We go look at what the commits are real quick. Let's browse it before we go through and see if we notice anything interesting. So we have a README. We have a directory for the Advent Calendar. We are adding index.html. So this is all the Delph lead guy or gal. Update day 20, updating this year's calendar, QR, meow, meow. Adding test deployment. We have our GitLab CI. Sometimes there's credentials and stuff in there. Merge a branch into main from Frostlings. Nothing to see here. Okay. That's unique. We can look at some of this stuff. See, here was the first one. I don't see anything change. It must have just moved it. So rules, if the commit branch does not equal main, and we change it to if it equals main. What are we doing here? Advent of Cyber Calendar. Ooh, defaced calendar. So I think we maybe already identified where this attack possibly happened. We see calendar defacement happening. We're pushing it out. Interesting. Let's go back and look at a few other things. So this is the one that's ready for deployment. Docker container. Who am I? Present working directory. Public. Testing some Christmas things. Yes, yes. And here's that code. We're uploading a defaced calendar.png, so we're defacing the calendar. I'm guessing that's what we're gonna find or what's gonna stand out to us. Okay, nothing too interesting there. What does that defaced calendar look like? Frostlings rule. Frosting was here. Beautiful. So that's the defaced calendar. What's it supposed to look like? Those are my 2 days. 22 and 23. I don't know why my picture's not in the calendar, but I'll forgive TryHackMe for that. Okay. Let's take a look at the project. It's a workflow for the Advent Calendar site by the Best Festival Company built by Antarctic Crafts. If we check the repository, we see it uses Apache to host an index.html file. Bottleneck said, I like the new webcam size. It is perfect. Okay, cool. Glad. I made it a lot smaller, so hopefully you can see more of the screen. Glad it's not covering stuff up. The configuration file, which is what we're looking at, is written in YAML format for GitLab. It defines a series of jobs and stages that will be executed automatically when codes are pushed to the Advent Calendar BFC repository. Let's break down what it does. And we kind of already did that. We have our workflow. We have installed dependencies. We have before script. We have test right there. Runs a Docker container. Binds a volume. Maps port. Specifies the contents of the public directory and rules. Does this have the defacement one here? Wonder if that's one of the flags. Detective Frost, you receive reports that the Advent Calendar site has been stuck in a testing phase for a few weeks, and we saw that main equal stuff being changed, I think. However, the team is acting strangely, and the site has been acting up. As a DevSecOps engineer, we must help Detective Frost you understand what's happening. We can start by checking if there are any merge requests or attempts. You see, merge requests appear when someone has new code or an updated project version and wants to update the code base with the new changes. In other words, they want to merge it. Well, let's take a look at the merge requests. All right, let's take a look at the merge requests. Let's take a look at the merge requests. Was it right there? Is that the one I'm supposed to be clicking? Let's take a look at the merge requests. This is what was merged. This is the one that had the defacement in it. Need to test some new features for the calendar. Oh, I'm sure you do. What changes are you making? We have this defaced calendar right there. And I bet you're adding it to this too. Well, yeah, it's right there. You're adding defaced calendar and you are defacing it. Those are your changes, Frostlings, caught red-handed. All right, there's some activity made for testing. Looks like Frostlings has opened a merge request with some code updates, explaining this for testing purposes. Delph lead approved to merge the changes. It seems no code review was done, and it was merged directly. I tell you what. So it just shows that. Okay, got it. What is going on here? Well, let's check the job logs. Job logs will show all the workflows triggered in jobs that have run or are running. On the same menu on the left-hand side, select Jobs. What? Jobs doesn't exist. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Here we go. It does exist, guys. Ignore me. What up, I am Viri? Good to have you here. Okay, so here are all of our different jobs. We have probably the Frostlings, one of them. Getting tired. Check the jobs that have been executed. At first glance, the testing jobs have been running, just like the detective said. However, teams have complained that the production site has been acting up. The testing environment shouldn't be affecting the website and the production environment. In the rules section, the branch shouldn't trigger a job if the branch is not main. But remember, we saw that update. Branches are ways to track changes in work. They are copies of the repository where developers and engineers work on changes. When they are ready, they merge the branch. In other words, they add their code to the main branch, which is the version of the workflow used to build the site. Now let's look at the Advent Calendar site. Navigate to the machine's IP address and type the port you saw in the Docker command. I don't actually remember what that port was. All right, so. Oh no, it's been defaced. And maybe I should share for those of you who might mean. Geez, I can't talk. For those of you who might be new, I got it right here. We see port 9081 right there. But it has been defaced. Oh no. The detective was right. Let's check the pipeline logs. Navigate to the pipeline section. You should see a view like this, which I was there already, I think. What? Am I blind? There we go. Pipeline poisoning. This section shows all the pipelines triggered. Pipelines are group jobs. They run based on the config-ci.yaml file declarations we looked at before declaring the jobs to be run. Selecting any of the pipelines and clicking the pass box should take you to the individual pipeline view. It should look like this. Click on the test job and beware of the arrow button to rerun the job. Did I do that already? Did I get too far ahead of myself? Let's try this again. That one. It said go ahead and try it. Nothing bad will happen. So that's running. And we can see our defacement in there as well. You should see who triggered the job and what it's attempting to run. Investigate the logs. And we know it's Frostlings. There's been a lot of testing activity. This type of behavior is not expected. At first glance, we can see who commands We can see commands and behavior unrelated to the advent of calendar built for best festival company. An incident and investigation needs to happen. Yeah, so let's look at this. Present working directory. .get stuff, public. Some testing some Christmas things. Yes, yes. Then we're adding that and then we're running it. As discussed in the previous section, new code changes have been implemented. Based on the discussions in the merge request, some jobs have been approved without review or merged by Frostlings. He seems to have many privileges. Remember the principle of least privilege. Are they exploiting its power? That's up to FrostU to decide. For now, let's focus on mitigation. We can see malicious code has been added as part of the test, and the rules have been changed that the commands in test are the ones that go into production. This looks highly suspicious. Let's break down what's happening. We have who am I, prints the username, PWD prints the current working directory, LSA lists detailed information, in the public directory. We have an HTML content generation using the echo command, which is the image of the deface advent calendar. And then we have the Docker container deployment. It deploys a containerized instance of the Apache web server, name whatever is past the container name. The container is mapped to port 9081 on the host. Got it. In conclusion, the test step performs various tasks to deface the calendar. It looks like Frostlings has joined Tracy McGrady's scheme to damage Best Festival Company's reputation by defacing our advent calendar. Come on, Frostlings. You should at least use somebody else's account, bruh. You should now be able to see the commit history like in the image below, which we did look at that. I just saw it here. Yeah, commits. Oh man, why am I tired? There's our commit history. Find the commit with the original code, which Delph lead should have added. After clicking the commit, you can select the view file button to the top right corner. Wait, find. Oh, so the original one. I got you. So we have Delph lead right here. I think it would be this one, right? He updated it. Oh, he was just fixing a typo, it looks like. Gitlab YAML. Okay, and then this is where Frostlings takes it over, right? Yes, this is where he updates that. So is this the one we want to look at? How do I actually look at it? See how much I don't work in Gitlab. Where can I see the content? Find the commit with the original code. For C8. So that's not the right commit, obviously. Okay, that's not either. Here we go. I think this is the original code right here is what we're looking for. Right? Okay, this is what I was looking for. So we'll copy this. Go back to the repository, click on the configuration file, then click the edit button. I don't think that's the right configuration file. That's the incorrectly spelled YAML one. But anyways, we want to make sure I copied that. And if we go back to our repository, GitLab ci.yaml. Right, this one. Oh. Apparently I wasn't supposed to do pipeline editor. Does it matter? Might as well do it the right way. And then we're just pasting it in, right? Edit the file, add the correct code, click commit, and wait for the job to finish. All right, and that is the correct code now. To remediate these type of attacks, we can do several things. So number one, preventing unauthorized repository changes. Enforce protected branches to prevent unauthorized users from pushing changes to branches. Add a protected branch by navigating to the repository settings repository. In the protected branches section, click expand, scroll down, and change the allowed to push to no one. Everyone must open a merge request and get the code reviewed before pushing to the main branch. We have artifact management. Configure artifact expiration settings to limit the retention of artifacts. If an attempt like this happens again, the changes in file created will not be saved and there will be no risk of web servers running artifacts. 2. Pipeline visualization. Use pipeline visualization to monitor and understand pipeline activity. Similar to how we carried out the investigation, you can access the pipeline visualization from the pipeline view in your GitLab project. Static analysis and linters. We can implement static code analysis and linting tools. GitLab has built-in SaaS you can use. Access controls, right? That's kind of obvious things. Only admins, principal of least privilege. We have regular security audit, so you should regularly audit that file to make sure there's not weird changes. And then pipeline stages. Only include the necessary stages in your pipeline. Remove anything unnecessary to reduce the attack surface. If you see a test running unnecessary commands and changes, always flag it. All right, so what is the handle of the developer responsible? Frostlings, I believe. It's something like that. I'm just spelling his name wrong. Our changes have been done successfully. Sweet. Let's look at the commit history again so I can get this evil elf's name. Frostlings. Oh, responsible for the merge changes. That would be Delphlead, right? What? Oh, goes by the username Frostlings. Okay. So that's not his real name. DevSecOps. Gotcha. What port is the defaced calendar site running on? 9081. What server is the malicious server? What server is the malicious server running on? I don't know. $9080? No. What malicious server are we talking about? Oh, Apache. I got you. I thought it was talking about a port. What message did the Frostlings leave on the defaced site? I don't know. We got to go look at files since I fixed the... Well, actually, I still have the defaced site here. Frostlings rule. What is the commit ID of the original code for the admin of calendar site? I think I still... It's not that one. Okay, we have to go back to the commits. The original one, I think, was one of these two. I think it was this one. Well, no, it might be the parent one. It's one of these two. I don't know which one. Okay, I was right. If you enjoyed today's challenge, check out the source code security room. Have I done that room? I have. Sweet. Detective Frost U believes in his account takeover based on the activity. However, Tracy might have left some crumbs. I don't know, bro. The 20th? Let's go to files. Oh, Teraflop says day 20 has a QR code. Oh, I got you. Like the deface day 20? I mean, I don't know how to get to day 20. There's the day 20 commit that has the QR code. I'm personally not doing the side quest just because I don't have time, so I don't really care about the side quest that much. But I do want to see where this QR code is. Wouldn't it be here? No. Oh, right here, I think. Calendar QR. I bet this is the QR code. Oh, it's right there. That's the QR code. If you guys want to do it, you can. I'm not going to. I'm also not allowed to do it when I stream. I can't do any of the side quests. Although, you know, one thing I'm curious about, can we exploit GitLab? Can I get like a shell? Like authenticated. What version of GitLab? All versions that. What version are we running? Let's see if we can break TryHackMe. So we have admin privileges, right? What version of GitLab are we running? I wonder what the best way to check is. 15.1.1. Oh, I think it's vulnerable. What's the exploit? So URL. You guys think this is a Metasploit? I think there's some ways you can also get a shell just using like built-in features in GitLab. Since it interacts with, you know, the server. Okay, we don't have it there, but we can just go ahead and copy it. This will be my side quest. All right, so if we do maybe this isn't going to work for us. pretty sure I have that. Let's do some more research on this. Let's see if we can get RCE. If I can spell GitHub. The developer is raiding with the Party of 8. Hey, thank you, Party of 8. We just finished TryHackMe's Day 20 challenge of Advent of Cyber, and now I'm trying to get RCE on their platform. It's not intended at all, but just want to see if I can do it. So this is a tool I already have. Do we have we have requirements at least here. Let's go ahead and git clone this full thing and see if we can get RC on this beast. So we just evaded EDR. Awesome. Welcome all. Oh, what am I doing? What were you guys doing? What were you doing? Hack the Box, TryHackMe, different platform. What were you all working on? That's not gonna like that. Oh, testing freeze on a VM. Cool. It's just not like me trying to do this because it says I don't have validators even though I install validators. Well, is there an alternative exploit? Let's see if there's an alternative exploit for this. I want to get this to work. I'm about to pull up my own VM to do it. Maybe it's just something weird at the attack box. We don't need that one. I mean, like, so let's look at this code real quick. It's just not importing that library or module. Import validators. That's what it doesn't like. I really want to get this to work though. See if anyone else has this error overall. Could also look in the issue page on the GitHub. Maybe someone mentioned an issue there. No issues. Probably something with the attack box. Well, bruh, I installed it, homie. Whatever. It's not even a real computer. Gosh. Yeah, I did all that. Mm-hmm. Yep, I did that too. Okay, so apparently he doesn't like me. Stand by. Although we finished the room. You're totally welcome to leave because this has nothing to do with the actual Advent of Cyber challenges. This is just my curiosity getting the best of me. I'm booting up my own VM quick and we're going to try it in my VM. Let me get our credentials. DevSecOps and TryHackMe. Alright, let's see if our VM's booting up. Almost there, and I'll go back to sharing my screen. Make sure I'm not missing anything on LinkedIn. I always miss the chat there because I have to refresh it. Roger said, is TryHackMe a good tool to get in a pen testing role? Yeah, absolutely. TryHackMe, Hack the Box. I recommend both of them, especially Hack the Box Academy if you're on the Hack the Box side of things. Full screen. All right, here we go. I already have validators on this machine. All right. Let's just see if we can get the tool to run. Let's go to the GitHub page. There might be other requirements that I need. So let's grab the GitHub page first. Oh, this is a different one. Oh, this is pre-auth. This isn't the one we're looking for. Ours version isn't vulnerable to that. We want this one, but I wanted to do it from the person's GitHub page, and I think all I did was search for this CVE, right? Hey, yeah, so it was just something weird with the attack box. Okay, so what we need is, let's go ahead and just get authenticated on my VM here so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. I don't remember the creds. DevSecOps or something? DevSecOps. TryHackMe. Okay, so now that we're on this, what we need first, just fill this information out as we go. So our URL is that, so we'll do HTTP private token. Okay. How do I get a private token? Let's see if we can figure it out. Maybe it's like preferences, access tokens. I'm guessing that's what that is, right? Our target namespace. Default is root. We'll just go with the default maybe. IP address of our attacker machine, 10.13.4.234. Start listing on that port. Command to execute. Oh shoot. It needs that. It needs to use that port. Okay, so we have some issues here. Sending request to target Gitlab, request sent to target Gitlab, wrong response received, error in contacting the target, aborting the script. Don't think this would matter because none of those are disallowed characters. Okay, so it must be with the target namespace. I wonder how we find the target namespace. It's just a GET request. Okay, so we might be able to query for it. So our access token, of course, is right here. So our syntax would be that okay, yeah, you probably can't resolve that host. You're probably right, Curl. Okay. So what do we have here? We have name administrator, path is root. That's our target name path then, right? So that would be correct. Web URL gitlab.tryhackme.loc/root. Do I need to add that to my ghost user? I remember there being a ghost in one of the challenges. Maybe that's a side quest thing. If it is, I apologize. TryHackMe. I didn't know. I'm gonna try to add that to my Etsy host. It was what? Gitlab.tryhackme.loc, right? Gitlab.tryhackme.loc. Okay, so now what if I do the same command, but for my URL, I put in that full thing since it has GitLab in it. Dang it. Oh, it's trying to run on my private IP here. Why? I'm giving it my attacker IP. Oh, it's running on all addresses though. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can do. Okay, I don't need to hack Git. 1 second, I'm actually on my other machine. I know I did something similar on Hack the Box Academy, but Hack the Box Academy doesn't allow me to share that content with you. So just stand by while I look at my notes from Hack the Box Academy. If you do have Hack the Box Academy, I believe they talk about in attacking common applications. I'm just going to check this real quick. I'll eventually give up though, since this has nothing to do with the actual challenge. Attacking GitLab, I found it. User enumeration. Oh shoot, they use this exact exploit. Oh no, they use a different exploit. This, I'll show it to you guys. This is the exploit they use in Hack the Box Academy. And we're on 15.1.1. So this one wouldn't actually work. But that other one would work. Let me see if there's anything else. No, that's about all they have on GitLab. Let me see if they have anything else. Discovery enumeration. So that one is all about just like finding secrets in a public project. Okay. Does anyone know what I'm missing in my syntax with the exploit I've been trying? Because I'm quite certain that one would work if I could figure out how to get it to work. What if for my command I do something like, I guess the command wouldn't work because I'm not even getting to the command part, right? Like it's failing on the authentication part of it, not the command part of it. Because for my command, I could do something like this. Right. Wrong response received. Maybe if we understand how this exploit's actually working, well, it spins up a fake Gitlab, so it's not going to be trivial to exploit manually. That's not what I want to do. A little more. This is the one I already messed with. Is there like a write-up on how they discovered it? Are these all POCs? Oh, this is different. Hey, what up, Muhammad? Thank you for being here, and thanks for the kind words. This is prior to 15.1.1. That is the only POC, and I can't get it to work. Ah! Well, I might have to give up on my weird side project of trying to get RCE on it. What else can we do in here? I mean, can't I... What am I doing? Go back to the main one. What did the malicious one look like again? Can I inject RCE into the GitLab CI page? What does this even do? Oh, okay, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to work, unfortunately. I'm quite certain it's vulnerable to that specific CVE, but I'm not sure what I'm missing in my syntax here. It's failing. What if I just... Maybe I'm misunderstanding this, I guess. I mean, it's not a thing. Well, my bad. What time is it? How long have I been streaming? 55 minutes, and most of it I've been done with the scenario. Yo, what's up, Kikoa? Private token of Gitlab. Is that different than a personal token? I'm going to look up just Gitlab private token. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as a personal token, though. Personal access tokens. Okay, let's go back to preferences. Access tokens. Maybe I need to set an expiration date. So API grants complete rewrite access, including all groups and projects that contain a registry in the packet registry. Well, I want to do all permissions. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Maybe I missed something. URL gitlab-tryhackme.look. Private token. Target namespace is root. We checked that. Address of the attacker machine is 13.4234. Port. Maybe it doesn't like port 1337 for some reason. Command. Let's just go all out and see if we can get full RCE on it. 10.3.14.8443. And let's sudo it as well. Maybe there's something, maybe it's a permission issue. I really have no idea. I think I'm following the CVE properly. Oh, I still have the H command in there. Come on, Tyler. What you doing, bro? Dang it. Can I proxy this somehow? I like to proxy it and see the actual command coming through. I just set up proxy chains and everything. I'm not going to do that. That's not worth it. Oh man, why is the CVE not working though? Does anyone in chat who is smarter than me know what I'm missing here? In my fruitless endeavor to hack TryHackMe's VM? Let's understand it a little better. Oh, it was reported through HackerOne. That's crazy. Is the report available? I'd love to read the report. Oh, okay, well, I closed my page. Whatever. Close. What the freaking hate websites like that. You're trash. Whoever owns that website, you're trash. I mean it. Dude, this guy, this gal is killing it. Oh, we don't have the details though for that one. I guess he's one of those not reported. So he did something similar here. He had this dummy server. Cross-site scripting. So he must just be going back and forth with them. That's a downside of like HackerOne and stuff. I mean, it's the name of the game, but having to go back and forth and like try to demonstrate, yeah, it's serious, and they say it's not serious, and blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Well, I don't think I'm going to get RCE on the Gitlab server, which is, of course, out of scope for this room. We did finish, though, day 20. I'll be back same time, same place tomorrow for day 21. So thank you, everyone, for taking the time to hang out. And I hope you learned something new just through my random stumbling and research and curiosity when I dig into things. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will see y'all tomorrow for the next one. Peace out.